Hey friends, so I can't edit anymore, which has been detrimental in my posting a video because there are things that I want to edit out, but I cannot because my computer is rejecting all of my attempts, which is upsetting. But here I am with coffee, so when I can't figure out something to say, I can take a sip and look like I did it casually, and we're having coffee together. So that's good. So today we're going to talk about intrinsic versus extrinsic loci of control. Are we in a psychology class? No, we are not, which is why I'm going to explain it and twist it around to why it matters for those of us in recovery. So internal locus of control is something that you can control. You have a mindset of, I can control this, I can overcome this. An external locus of control is like, I can't because it's all out there. It's kind of like the example of go on Thanksgiving dinner. You go to a Thanksgiving dinner with the intentions of eating your turkey. And then stupid Aunt Joan is saying, "Wow, Sonny boy, you're looking mighty chunky over there." And then you're like, well, if Aunt Joan thinks that, then I can't eat because I have an external locus of control. But if you have an internal locus of control, you think, well, gosh darn, Aunt Joan, why don't you just shove a turkey leg up your coffee mug, and then and then you eat the turkey. Oh, well, see, that would have been something. No, okay, we're gonna continue. Um, so that is what I'm talking about, and what does that mean? Well, it means that we're taking our recovery in our own hands because, yes, by golly, it is very hard to recover, and yes, there are things that feel like it is not in our hands. But if you have decided to recover and you have the help that you need, it is possible. And for me, I needed, articles and research and support system, and then I did the rest. And I was kind of forced into it. And then I had my mantras, and you would all know this because I've documented it. But for those of us, we have the temptation to make it external. Now, recovery, I believe, is always in the back of my mind. If I don't eat enough, if I am feeling low, I can get into those mindsets of, hey, you know what would feel really good right now? It would be to skip a meal. And then I realized that that's idiotic and that's not what I need to do. But sometimes that is a very real temptation. So what does that mean? It means if you're going through a hard time, anorexia or recovery can be, anorexia or whatever eating disorder you have can be a very sneaky little fiend. It can be, and it can go into your crevices. And what I mean by that is when it is low, you kind of can use that as a fallback. And I've been going through kind of a rough time right in my time of life at the moment. And the thing that I have yeeted from my mind, as I will not be partaking in those endeavors, is the idea of skipping a meal will help me. Because honestly, it might help me because sometimes I don't feel the best about myself. And I think maybe skipping a meal would help, but I've known, because I have done that it does not help. So homegirl has not skipped a meal. Also something I would have edited out, but we will carry on. Hello, thank you. Um, Now, something else that's helped me is I feel like there are steps in recovery, and I've talked about many steps in recovery because there are many steps in recovery that I am referencing at this moment. Hello, thank you. Um, and one of those is taking in recovery into your own hands because I have gone through the extreme hunger where it has been no choice other than to eat because my body is demanding sustenance and demanding rest and sleep and whatnot. And then I went into the giddy side where, oh my gosh, my body works. This is great. And now I'm like, okay, I've probably redistributed all that I can redistribute. I've probably gained what I needed to move on.com. And it's kind of been nice. I have a support system if I need it. I have many friends to take up, and I have a family that loves me to take up and help me through it. But I have been relying on them less in terms of recovery. Simply, porque I see that it's my thing now. And I know that I have them, but I mean, I'm kind of seeing myself as a pal, you know? I've gone through a lot with this little thing called my body, and it's been there for me. And I feel like the mindset now is like kind of a trusting relationship. This feels very weird to say because I'm talking about my body, but it's so real where I feel like my body is like, we're just, we've got each other's backs and I can get through anything. I really feel like I can get through anything now. So these hard times may come, but I'm just looking past it and seeing what I have done and knowing that I can get through it. And instead of thinking, oh, this is a hard time and I need to rely on anorexia to get me through it, I'm thinking, you know what, this is a hard time, but I've been through worse, so I'm gonna get through it. Because I trust myself. I trust my body, I trust my mind, I trust my strength, I trust my brain, I trust my legs, I trust a lot of things about myself. And so there's hope, and recovery should always be on your mind. Both gratefully and I wish not, but regardless, I think it should be to some point, either as a reason for confidence and trust in yourself, or as a reminder to take care of yourself. So when you're feeling bad and you're feeling, instead of feeling, I am going through a hard time, I want to go to anorexia or restrictive eating disorder, instead think, I'm going through a hard time, but there have been worse times. And even if there haven't been worse times, and this is now the worst time, it was before, back in the day when you were starting your recovery eating disorder. I'm thinking that was one of your hardest times, and if you can get through that, you can get through this hard time. So I hope you're doing well. I miss you guys. I hope this video uploads, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.